Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're outside. When haven't we been outside? Today we're outside and it's April and it's starting to feel like summer. It's in the 80s and today I want to get some things done. I have a few garden beds I want to fill and I want to start getting all this out of the driveway. So I have some old wood chips here, I have fresher wood chips over there, and this is mushroom compost. This is a garden bed that I have out front. So I think I might gently pull out this row of garlic and fill this bed to the top again. The soil was filled to the top, but over time it has sank, and I just want to freshen it up. So a lot of these beds are getting ready. Here's where I planted the onions, the carrots, and then here's two beds that I need to fill. I want to move this mulch, move the plants over there, put another garden bed right here, and then I built these last night and I plan on taking them and putting them right over here. I had some footage of me cleaning up this area and getting it ready for the garden bed and mulch, and the wood I had just didn't work out, so I ended up buying the wood. And I ended up paying $20 for this garden bed. I wanted a deeper one, and that's why it ended up being a little more costly. So today I'm gonna get this mulch laid out. I'm gonna get garden fabric laid out where I know I'm not gonna be planting anything, and just want to get this area all cleaned up. So here I'm using some spare wood I found in the garage instead of cutting up some fresh wood, and I'm just going to be anchoring these two garden beds to each other. For my birthday I got this cordless drill, and I have to tell you it's my favorite thing I've been using in the garden. I have put together so many garden beds, and it's because I'm not attached to a cord. I definitely recommend it. Alright, garden bed, check. Next, laying down the starping. Hello, it is the next day. It is morning. As you can probably hear all the birds around me chirping. It was in the 90s yesterday. I thought it was in the 80s. So this is a hot April. I was able to lay down mulch, get a garden bed built, but I decided to come in and come back out later when it was a lot cooler, and my daughter got to play outside with me, and I got all 3 garden beds that I had planned to get filled. I also started working on creating some potting soil. This is just what I have left over from yesterday. And I filled 3 buckets over here with fresh soil. And it's not supposed to get below 40 in the forecast in the next 10 days. But I'm not ready to plant out my peppers or tomatoes yet because there's always one of those late freezes in Pennsylvania. So with the buckets, I'm able to take them in and out of the garage. So I might try to plant a pepper or 2 just to, you know, get them started, get them ahead of the curve. But I'm not ready to plant out the garden yet with summer crops just in case we get one of those late freezes. And I'd want them to be a little bit bigger if I do that anyway. The garden bed I just placed in front of the greenhouse. I'm thinking I'm going to have that be a perennial garden, so a garden bed that I don't have to plant up every year. Plants that'll come back year after year because they're frost hardy, they can tolerate zone 7, and so I think I'm either going to put herbs in there or I might intermix herbs and some flowers that were my grandma's favorites. A plant each for one of my grandmas, that just something to remind me of them, to remember them. The only thing is I have to figure out some of my grandma's, something that is zone tolerant to where I am, because I asked my mom for some suggestions, but she gave me flowers that are a little more finicky and definitely won't survive the winter. So I want something that can just be and a reminder for them. So I plan on asking my grandpa for what one of my grandma's favorite flowers were, and if I can figure out my great-grandma's flower that she really liked that wasn't an orchid. Alright, so here's the garden bed that I put in front of the greenhouse. I really like how it looks. Those cinder blocks are just a placeholder for now. As you can see, there's a bit of a slope, and they are just there to keep the mulch from slipping down the hill. So I got this bed filled up. This one I believe is going to be my bed for potatoes. This bed right here, it gets a decent amount of sun. I put fresher wood chips on it, and I'm thinking I'm going to put my strawberries. So it's hard to tell on camera, but this is a very large pot, and I just have strawberries growing in it. I never successfully harvest strawberries out of them, so I think I'm going to uproot them, put them in the new garden bed I just built, and then this pot, which is massive, I think I'm going to get a peach tree and start getting that maturing. I'm putting it in a pot because I want to put the peach tree in a pot because, like I've said before, I don't know if this is our forever home. And if I start caring and nurturing for a tree, I want to be able to take it with me. You know, if we leave in 4 years, that's a 4-plus-year-old tree that is going to be ready to start harvesting food. So I want to take that with me. Lots of beautiful growth over here in the brassica section. Unfortunately, with this weather being so hot, I'm having some bolting, so that's unfortunate. 9 a.m. and I'm already sweating, but I got the potatoes planted, I got the strawberries planted, and my hands are filthy. Good morning. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, go and subscribe, and if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thanks for joining me.